Hey all, let's get started on meeting our offensive coordinator. Whoops, that was not good. All right, we're
This
at the
franchise
offensive
considers
coordinator's
him a key part of its
office.
future. In its present, though, he is going to have to earn his playing time and faces an uphill battle to unseat the current starter.
Okay, here we are. And what does he say to us? Just started off. Hey, good to see you. How are you finding the preseason so far? Hey, coach, it's been intense but really rewarding. I'm learning a lot every day. That's great to hear. Let's discuss your role. You're currently our backup, and as you know, JJ McCarthy is the starter. But we feel there's an opportunity here, and we're counting on you to stay ready. Nice. Now, let me ask you a tough question. How do you plan to stay patient while waiting for your chance to step up? Focus on learning and improving daily. I'm here to compete. I'm outworking everyone already. Yeah, that's the one. Let's get planned. Sorry about that skipping thing. Keep that mindset, and you'll be ready when the opportunity arises. Learn this offense inside and out, and you'll get your chance soon enough. Nice. All right, we gained some influence with our offensive coordinator, and we lost some with our agent. Return to hub. Let's play the game. All right, pass block drills are unlocked. Nice. And we're playing the Titans. Okay, game day beat. What's our challenge? This is your final preseason game. Coach has given you the reins for the entire first half. Last chance to
Welcome
improve
back
or
to Nissan
show
Stadium,
what you're
just
made of.
across the river from downtown Nashville. It's the Vikings holding on to the
All right,
football as we
pass for
jump
40
into the action
yards,
in the
spot and
first quarter.
go, spot Y zone. Oh, quick slants and shotgun. Let the quarterback read leverage fast. Timing is key. Hit the window, exploit mismatches, and keep chains moving efficiently. Yeah, I know that part. Okay. Hawkinson is not
Throwing to
doing.
start the drive. West.
Ooh, we got it right
The
there.
Vikings complete to Rondell Moore. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. First down, Vikings.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice turn.
He was hit as he threw it there, and that one lines up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. First down, Minnesota. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back up so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. If that's enough. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far. It's 2nd and 13 here. And here they go. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder? Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward, incomplete pass. And that is too far out in front of his intended target, incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
I could have played a little bit better on that one. Okay.
The Vikings taking the field
3
here
and
for their
3.
second drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
you're a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting on field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Operating from the gun, West. And this one's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite work it in. And now it's 4th down. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Quick slant, caught by Newman. And a right past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on the opening drive. Up the middle, Jones. And get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. And he rips that one incomplete there. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer. But I guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. Let's try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. West. Offside completion to Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Throwing to start the drive. West. Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. West. Flushed out right. That'll be bounds after getting this one across the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down. West. And he's getting the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Looking to throw. West. And that is incomplete. Out of coverage, a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Complete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete. That's more. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Pass taken in. That is big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
7.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
2nd and 1. The 21.
They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Back to throw. West. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Oliver as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
All right, we did pretty good for a starting job. We lost the game, but you know what? It's
so
okay.
Very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range. Could have won it with a field goal. Left to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was, and as dramatic an ending as we had,
The post-game press conference is going to be key because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
Okay, yeah, we did pretty good. Uh, Will Levis did good too. Really good, actually. Um, he actually has Gigi had a better completion percentage than us, but he had an INT. And other than that, we did pretty good. Only lost by a point. So let's see what happens next. Okay, find your footing. Overcome the obstacle, capitalize on your opportunities, and give your coach no choice but to name you a starter. Okay, we're getting close to level 4 with our coach's influence. We have some new skill points. We only have one. Let's advance it. Meaning advance the week. Simulated. Oh, we're on week 1. Okay. Finding your footing, meet with the coach, character, skills, equip abilities. Do we have another one? Oh, we don't have anything yet. Unlock at level 4, huh? Nope, nothing there. Playmaker. Um, let's see. Stiff arm? No. Yeah, we should upgrade our deep accuracy a little. The other thing we need to do is go to our, what was it? Character here. No. Where was that one where you could use the XP at again? Um, let's do. We don't need it. Purchase it. If we already, when we get some, we'll use it. Oh, sorry. All right, let's meet with our coach. There's a long list of NFL legends who started their careers as backups. Use this as fuel and blaze your own trail to stardom. Week 1. Not where not where you wanted to start is the week 1 level. Let's meet with the coach. And then talk to the sports psychologist. All right, coach's
Not every
office.
Hall of Fame career begins with a superstar debut. Many faces in Canton needed time before they got on the field. Such is how his career is destined to begin.
All right, so coach says, "Welcome to the start of the regular season. We're glad to have you on the squad." We respond, "Thanks, Coach O'Connell. Excited to be here. As you know, you made the squad as a backup, but I want you to compete hard for the starting job. You're here because we believe you have what it takes. I want to. Sorry, I want you to compete for the starting job. Yeah, be thankful. We'll get the opportunity when it happens. I appreciate that, Coach. I'm ready to give it my all." That's the attitude we want. I need you to be prepared to step up at a moment's notice. When your number is called, I want you to be ready to make an impact. Okay. Sports psychologist. Let's talk to them. Your agent asked me to drop a message and introduce myself. Okay. As a sports psychologist, I want to let you know I'm here to help you stay focused. Having a clear mind is critical to maximizing your performance on game day. Together, we'll build momentum discussing your play, and when it reaches level 10, you'll enter the zone for your next game. Sounds great to me. Good. When you're in the zone, your performance will be at the absolute peak. Remember, after the game, your momentum resets. Come see me to track your progress as you build it back up. Nice. We'll do training. Ooh, yeah, we should rest it. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Um, let's see. Wear and tear, recovery 20%. Yeah, we'll do a light one for training.
Come on. 70 Lion. Check go.
Yes! We finally got a gold in this one. Let's go! Plus, I processed that a whole lot quicker, too. And the zone boosted. We'll be in the zone for the game. Weekly activities. You received a DM on social media from an account that seems to know a little too much, but they seem friendly to you. No. I'm not gonna answer. I guess we have to. I guess we're replying with a meme. Okay. Well, that was weird. Hacker is our new connection. Interesting. Advance the week. Ooh, we're playing a game. Okay, next up, injury on the field. The starter has gone down, and the team is relying on you to fill in for the rest of the game. Okay, improved blocking. What is our? Oh, we can't look at the team. I guess not. Training. We'll just do. Hmm. We'll just recover for this one. Weekly activities. You have an appointment to talk up some ink ideas with your tattoo, but a famous streamer is challenging you to a game. We'll go to the challenge. I know our tattoo artist wanted us there. All right, let's play the game. All right, it was in the second quarter, 5 minutes and 42 seconds left. Sheesh. We're on 2nd and 7. Ooh, and we're playing with Justin Jefferson. Play action deep read. Sells the run to draw linebackers up. Opening deep passing lanes with 21 personnel. Max protection lets you take a shot downfield. All right,
From the
well, I guess
38
we'll give it a
now,
shot.
here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Downfield. Jefferson. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
That's good. For the Vikings. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again to Jones, heading right. He is tough to bring down. They finally do. Somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
He looks to throw. The reception for Rondale Moore. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try and run for the first down with Jones. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is incomplete.
I thought if I passed it quick enough, we would have gotten that first down, but Ellis got it.
On down.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations. And when there's opportunities for plays.
The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been, because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
I think going into the season, I make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team, I know they were 5-12, the Chicago Bears, but to me, there's a lot of wins built in there. Now they bring in Ben Johnson. They continue to build around Caleb Williams. That feels like there's a lot more wins built into that 5-12 record if they just get themselves organized and get some pieces around Caleb Williams. And that's what they've done. So, yes, Detroit and Minnesota, Green Bay, they've clearly been the top 3 for the last couple of years. But if Chicago and that roster, if that's your 4th best team in your division, man, I'll tell you what, those are going to be some really competitive division games this year.
He'll take this one in. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line. after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know. Does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does. And I think the part that people don't talk about tonight is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread. But now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off and I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then it's maybe the best part of the team never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, "Oh, well, just get a stop." Well, what you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and.
There he goes. Hayden he gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season. Walker down. He'll set up to throw. To the outside. It's hooked in by Allison. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's gonna be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Vikings offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. That's going to work. That is a safety.
The tackle occurred in the end zone. Result of the play is a safety.
The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field.
Should have chosen
Greg,
pass
as the
play.
season starts, really the season never ends. Think
Or
back
just
to
up the middle.
the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind. Interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
There's obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first round pick.
Okay, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. It's, of course, a Heisman winner. Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. And I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold when he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
Able to make one miss, but they get him. Take him down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss on the play.
3rd and 11. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker, it is 1st and goal. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. What? He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Good drive. They kept the ball, Greg. They moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to play week 1. The fans are into it. Hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
3rd down and 10.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. To the left side of here. By Addison. And he'll be inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of
1st and 10.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's incomplete. But now the penalty flag turns in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic 1st down.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he can hang on. Regan's contact incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. It's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. They try and get there on the ground. And he's still for touchdown. But he does pick it up on 3rd down. From the 1-yard line. 1st down and goal. He'll drop to throw. That one, take it in. Jordan Anderson. Down Vikings. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. And another score and another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0. And for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you worked for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
It's going to be time. So, more points, and they add to their lead.
22. Falcons 5.
Yeah, if I didn't throw it early, that would have been an incomplete to Justin Jefferson. And that wouldn't have been very good at all. All right. We have wear and tear on our right leg. Yikes.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this fourth quarter. This is Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up
Intended for Gavin.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception to your defense and get off the field.
He's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st down. And goal.
Here's a run. And he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The Vikings offense back onto the field for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the ground now with Jones. Good running inside the 25. He will score. Get it. Vikings. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first lead of the year. And make it a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
The Vikings offense about ready to take over once more. And the rich get richer. They've got the big lead, and they start with it 1st and goal. The defense still has 3 timeouts. So we'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. So a win here for the Vikings. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.
All right, we have a connection with Justin Jefferson, and we won against the Falcons, 36-5. We improved our connection with our sports therapist, which is good there. 100 influence with our head coach, also good there. Let's see what we can do next. Find Your Footing is chapter 2. Now it's on to chapter Find Your Footing, week 3. You are not starting this week. Get in some reps in training. Oh boy. All right, well, at least we got our foot in the door. Just prove it. Just want to let you know your hard work on the practice field is getting noticed. I'm motivated and working hard. I appreciate it, Coach. I'm motivated and working hard every day. Coach O'Connell is watching closely. Keep it up, and you'll get your shot to start soon. Stay focused. Yeah, I have a feeling if we demanded to start right now, we wouldn't be able to get our starting job that we want as much. So, scramble and survive. Oh boy. Let's do that. I think it's very similar to the college one. From College 26. Escape the pocket before it becomes a penalty zone. Buy time until the timer runs out. Then make a throw. Oh, buy time till it comes available. You'll be awarded for yards, touchdowns, and hotspots. Scoring a touchdown will increase your multiplier, but getting sacked or throwing an INT or interception will reset. Oh my goodness. Time till throw. Thank you. Touchdown.
Ready? Ready? Let's go now. Check go. Come on. Ready? Let's go. Ready? Set. Ready? Viking 18. Ready? Down. 70 Timberwolf. set, get up. Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut. Set, set, go.
I figured it'd be better to wait for it to die off instead, anyways, because they usually don't last very long for memes. I mean, and I gotta say that catch in practice with Justin Jefferson was very helpful. All right, modifiers. Opposing team accelerates slightly faster. Opposition's best DB has increased speed, and their MLB middle linebacker has increased hit power. Okay, win the game and 100 plus. Head coach. Influence. Find your footing. Save the day. We're 2-2. The Browns are 1-3. Fourth quarter, we're down by 2 touchdowns. Cleveland's up by 2. Dang. All right. All right. Can you save the day? Coach pulled the starter. Now it's up
We're
to
back
us.
with the NFL on
All
EA
right.
Sports.
40
We'll pick things
seconds.
up in the fourth and final quarter.
Yeesh. Let's do stick and nod.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Taking a deep shot here.
Let's go. Come
And
on,
this is going to
Justin.
come
Oh,
incomplete.
slide.
Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Coverage defensively.
He's dropping back to throw. Gets it through the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. 3 set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing it again here. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So that brings up 2nd down.
He was completely on Martin Emerson.
They are throwing it again. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. He's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
You just gotta love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just running the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat, break it out to an angle.
He takes it in for the 7th touchdown. The Vikings now within 1 score in the fourth. Jordan Addis in the touchdown. So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for 2. And it's all in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit.
Browns 28. Vikings 22.
The Vikings are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Pass play on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30.
2nd and 10 now. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And he's able to get this down to the 36. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Vikings losing by 14. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He had a throw, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target that time was Aaron Jones. So it's 2nd down coming up. He'll throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. Assuming that speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
To throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Looking and saying he's got it. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. And this is Clever score. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. And it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Vikings ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their
All right, we need to win this one. Come on.
Excellent series that
Let's
led to that
do
touchdown,
it.
Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series.
All right. If not, we'll buy it
Back
some
to throw.
time.
Trying to push it deep downfield.
And timeout.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Ooh,
A big
okay.
34-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this thing. He's got it inside the 10.
Okay. That was close.
Now they can tie it with this game right here.
Okay.
So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this
I'm
game
feeling
back up.
quick
This
for
one just has the feel,
zig.
doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Escapes the pocket.
There we go. Woohoo! Won the game.
36.
That was way too close.
So it's a win for the Vikings. And their trip across the pond, a fruitful one, Brock, because they claim the victory over here in London.
Level 8. Not bad. Oof. All right, player stats. What was ours? 8 for 13. We had a 61 overall completion rating. Sorry, completion. Our completion rating was 145. Sorry, 145. Kenny Pickett's was 143.6, 17 out of 22 passes attempted and completed. 57% completion rating, completion percentage for JJ McCarthy. Miles Garrett, he passed two? Jiminy Christmas. I didn't know Miles Garrett could pass. All right, well, we had the highest yards out of everybody, even our own JJ McCarthy here. Let's finish the game and see what happens. Whew, we have 4 skill points, new ability unlocked, gift wrapped ability, wide receiver catch drill teammate unlocked, our starting tight end is unlocked as well. Nice. Let's advance the week. TJ Hawkinson. We're not starting this week. Well, training. We'll do this real quick and then I'll end the video.
Ready?
Hmm.
70.
There we go.
Let's go. Ready.
Running back. Boom.
Here we go. Set.
And JJ. Let's go. Nope.
Let's go now.
Should have figured that wasn't going to work. And let's go with circle. Nope. Waited too long.
60. Here we go. Here we go. Set. Ready. 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 Down.
All right, we're getting close. Reach level 5 with HTC. Becoming a starter is only the beginning. Continue to prove yourself week in and week out, or find yourself back on the bench. Yikes. So we really need to keep staying on top of our toes here. Prove you belong. We're QB1 now. Nice. All right. Your tattoo artist has recently opened a new studio and would like for you to attend a celebration, but you had plans to hang out with Justin Jefferson. It'd be very dumb not to hang out with Justin Jefferson. Gotta hang out with the wide receiver number 1. All right. We're not starting this week, but we're staying ready. Oof. Against the Eagles. We're 3-3. We lost against the Eagles. Your first NFL start is a moment you have always dreamed about, but stay focused. This should only be the beginning. Okay. Some receiver icons can be hidden during plays. Offense has distorted play art on 3rd and 4th down. Okay. Yikes. So, let's spend some skills here because we really need to. Throw power. Um, oof, yeah. Uh, you know what? Throw under pressure needs to be increased as well. So, there we go. Whew. Arm talent, bronze tier. Nice. Okay. Go to abilities. Passer with ability have a better chance to complete passes to uncovered receivers. Ooh. Okay, yeah, definitely equipping that. We have to get up to 99 throwing power to get gold and 90 to get silver. Okay. We're at a 69 overall for quarterback here. Pass block. Huh. Let's get this one equipped because we really need that. And then wide receiver drills. All right. I think we're good here. The changing on gear, I'll do that later on. But anyways, let's see here what our sphere of influence is. Pass protection, playbook, level up. All right, not bad. All right. Tune in during this week for our official start. We'll be playing against the Chargers. So that'll be week 8. For proving that we belong. And I'll see y'all next time. Make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell all so that way you guys don't miss an upload or a live stream. I will be time stamping some more videos this week. And let me know who your favorite NFL team is and your favorite NFL player. So besides Tom Brady, I'll say my favorite team is the Patriots, but my favorite tight end besides Rob Gronkowski has to be Antonio Gates. I know he's a Charger and we're on different teams, but the reason I respect Antonio Gates is because when I was a kid growing up, I learned to appreciate how well he was able to position his body to catch the football. And I'm grateful that he's in the Hall of Fame because, man, did he deserve it. And that's pretty much it for me. But anyways, I'll see y'all later. Peace.